Ta-da! Hello, baby. It's about to fall off of my finger. It's so heavy. Oh, it's so heavy. Does anyone want to hold my arm up for me while I just admire my rink?
Naga's outfit is very cool.
Why have you been so nice?
There seems to be a need for these two people to not see eye to eye.
Not this hen. Not her saying hi to me. We don't even know each other like that.
There's a fire coming now. I saw you as this evil witch.
We thought we had seen drama from Housewives of Nairobi, Housewives of Abuja and all that. No, we were just joking. Like, we have not seen what is drama. See, have you seen House of Durban? Housewives of Durban, that is what we call dramatic housewives. Like, these wives, they are really dramatic. And to think that this is season 3, like, what planet have I been? You know, there was something called Housewives of Durban. Like, these women, let's talk about their styling, like their fashion sense. Their fashion sense, I give it to them. Like, these women know what's up. Like, the way they dress gives me joy. Like, I'm happy to watch them. Like, I can't even wait for any Wednesday to come or every Wednesday to come, because I just want to see them, their fashion sense, the way they talk, the way they carry themselves, and then the drama that comes with it. Like, no episode goes by without us getting one drama or the other. And you know what? That's why we're here. We are all for the drama. We love Housewives. Now give us drama. Now, if you don't subscribe, kindly subscribe and hit the bell button. Also, let me know in the comment section what you think about Housewives of Durban. Have you watched it? Have you seen it? It's actually airing on Showmax, so you can go and check it out. Now, let's chit chat in the comment section what you think about all this. They're actually seven housewives. Let me see if I can remember all their names off heart. We have Nonko, we have Sorisha, we have Annie, we have Slee, we have Jojo, we have who else there is? We have Maria, we have Slee, we have what's that her name, the singer Mbali, and then we have all others, but they're basically 7 of them. Mbali is the 7th person. Then the person that I call that made it 8 is actually Sane. I think that's her name, Sane. Sane is the dramatic one. Oh my god, Sane suffers from amnesia. Like, you can quote me anywhere any day that Sane is amnesia is wrong with her. So now let's talk about this episode. This episode opened up with Nonko actually inviting her friend to have a conversation with her, because see, you know, there are sometimes like this, so many things are just running through your mind, but you don't know how to put it in place to actually know what you're actually thinking. So she had to just call one of her very good friends, and then they had a conversation about her boyfriend Audi, I think so. Audi, yes. So they had that conversation. Bear in mind that Audi actually bought her a car just because he wanted to like propose to her, in sense like, okay, can you be my girlfriend and all of that. Just that proposal, like just to propose for you to be my girlfriend, he had to buy her a car. So she wanted to have that conversation. Okay, am I really ready for this new relationship? Bear in mind that this is the first relationship she'll be having after her divorce, and I think her divorce was actually a dramatic one, because from her conversations she's been saying, oh, that she doesn't know if she has healed and all of that. So she just was having that conversation with RD that's okay, she doesn't want a guy that will control her. She doesn't want a guy that would want to point out one. I think the cash RD actually got for her, she actually returned it back to RD based on the fact that, see, drive your car, I want to drive my own car. I don't want a situation whereby a guy will now point, oh, this is what I've done for her, this is what I've done for her, and all of that.
I wouldn't say he understands me, but he really does put up with me. I don't mind him saying, but I'm phone does recall, but I went to A, B, and C. I don't want that from a man.
I understand that fact, especially when you've gone through certain kinds of relationship like that. Like, there's some guys like this that you date, and then they now start saying, after all I did this for you, after I did that for you. So I think she has gone through that kind of relationship, and she doesn't even want any guy that would say, okay, I did this for you, but she's actually ready to collect the cash. Like, give me the cash. After when you give me cash, you don't know whether I'm using the cash for you. So whenever anything ends, you cannot hold on to, okay, I gave you cash for this and all that. You get what I mean? So her friend was now saying, okay, well, he understands her, but at the same time she should understand that sometimes these guys want to give you gifts so that you as a woman would want to go to your friend and pride like, okay, we'll see what my husband gives to us, what my boyfriend gives to me, which kind of makes sense as well, because guys like that. Guys like when you're in the midst of your friends and you're saying, oh, my boyfriend did this or my husband did this and all of that. Yes, I understand that fact very well. But one thing I did not really understand from Nonko's point of view is saying that she doesn't really want to be under somebody. I don't get it. She doesn't really want to be under somebody, and then we have Ardi actually trying to propose marriage to Nonko, because from last episode, Nonko invited Ardi to the house to meet her kids and meet her mom, and this is the first time she's actually inviting somebody to actually meet the kids since after her divorce. And the mom had to ask Mom Queen, I hail you. Like, that woman is energy raised with power of infinity. Mom Queen had to ask Ardi, what's up, what do you really want from my daughter? And he goes ahead to say, well, I want to marry your daughter. And now that the marriage plan is up, like, this is what Ardi wants, I don't think Nonko is really ready for it, and that is why she had to actually have that conversation with her friend. But that conversation was not concluded. Nonko has not really decided what she wants for herself.
I think trying to see the worst in him, because he's such a lovely person.
Because you've seen the worst, so now you're looking for it where it doesn't exist.
Yeah, but
then moving on, we now see Jojo and her boo-bae I think they went out for a dinner, went out for shopping and all that. They came back home, and then while they were walking inside, boo-bae now had to call Jojo aside and say, well, I have a surprise for you. I don't want you to go in there and then it seems like a huge surprise. So they walk in, and then Jojo is like, what exactly is going on here? Her husband surprises her, but it's not like it's always. So she's actually surprised that the husband is surprising her. So she goes, sit down. The guy brings out the chair. She sits down, and then he now goes, brings out a serving plate covered, and I'm put on the table. And then Jojo is like, what exactly is going on? Like, is this plate even in this house? Jojo does not know the plates that are in her house and the plates that are not in her house. Husband now goes ahead and say, yes, this plate is actually from this house. And I say, well, there's a gift here that he wants to give her, something that is one of a kind, because Jojo is actually one of a kind.
I saw Jojo looking at it, and it was a one of a kind. And that's something that makes it even more special, that there won't be another one like that. And to me, there'll never be another Jojo.
It's something that you can't see. Like, it's one of a kind. You say something is one of a kind, you hardly ever say it, you get. So Jojo was like, what exactly is this? What kind of dessert is this? What do you want to give to me? And then he now takes off the cover of the plate, and Jojo now says it's actually a gift. So what exactly is in these gifts? Like, what is wrapped in those gifts? And then he opens it, and there are, as if you see this ring, even me myself, like, who? Like, you know, this is a stone. Even when doing her confession, she was like, please, can somebody hold her hands, because it is really heavy. In my head, I'm like, give it to us, girl. So it was actually a ring that was there, very fine ring. So the husband actually bought it for her, because he actually saw her looking at the ring. Like, you see, this is really a scope. When you want something, just go close to your husband, your partner, and just be scrolling and be looking at it very well. He will pick one or two, so next time he will buy it for you. So that was actually a very thoughtful gift, if you ask me. So moving on, Slee's younger sister actually comes into town, and then they were just trying to catch up on what's been happening and what's not been happening. And then Slee now goes ahead to talk about the kids, how the kids are faring, and then talks about how the kids, she feels the kids are actually not really experiencing much after the divorce. And you know, divorce doesn't really come easy like that. How she feels bad for the kids, but notwithstanding, Slee and her baby daddy actually very best friends, but at the same time she feels like she's kind of absent in the children's life, and she wishes that she can do more for the children. All of that is divorce story and the kids story. But later on, she actually had to hang out with the children, with her children. I think the children are 16 and 11, and they had that conversation of, oh, I'm very sorry that I've not been there for you. Especially the one like 16 years. I think she was old enough to know when you're old enough, you can actually experience when people are actually having not in peace or not in harmony, when there's a divorce, basically. So she apologized to her that sorry, she wasn't really there for her. And then the one of 11 who was, I think, was still a baby during that whole divorce case, she actually apologized to her as well. then told them that, well, she'll be there for the kids as from today onwards, and then told them that they should all be fine. The 16-year-old was so happy that the mom is back, and said, oh, one thing that she really loves about the mom coming to pick her from school is like when the mother comes, all the guys are like, who is this? And then they're like, she's like, this is my mom. Like, wow, your mom is really hot. I get that feeling a lot when your mom is, or when your parents are, you know, there's a way kids look at you like, see her mom, see her dad, you get that kind of thing. So that is what Slee's daughter was actually explaining. Then we have Sorisha and her husband, and her billionaire husband. See, her husband is really rich. He's all over the place, he's intercontinental, he's just the vibe and all of that. So Sorisha has been having this issue of, because see, that's the thing, when someone is rich, you don't have the time. When you have the time, you don't have the money. So I think there should always be a balance. So Sorisha is actually having a problem with her husband based on the fact that because the husband is very rich, he just launched a new hotel now, and Radisson Hotel. I don't know whether that Radisson Hotel is the Radisson Hotel that we have in Lagos. I don't know whether he's actually the owner. I don't really know, it's just the name, it's just by the name. But I know there's a Radisson Hotel, Radisson Blue Hotel, I think that's the full name, in Lagos. So now, initially Sorisha was trying to, okay, well, yes, my husband is busy, he's trying to launch a hotel and all of that, let me give him some time. After the whole launch, he will not have our time. And she actually opened her own salon 2 episodes ago, I think, and that was what actually caused a whole lot of fights. We'll talk about that fight later on in this video. So she now had to go meet up her husband, like, okay, well, as she was going to meet her husband was actually packing to travel to Dubai to go and start up another project. Hey God, I say, these business people, these rich people, from one project to another project and all of that. So she had to call the husband aside and say, well, I think now you've done this major project, I think it's now time for you to actually step back and let's have time for the family, to chat with the family, talk with the kids and all of that. The man answered, okay, that he's going to look at it, he's going to look into it, and I promised, in fact, that every Friday now he will be following her to go and pick up the kids from school. And so Risha is like, okay, you said it, I agree, but you need to put it down in writing, because
as of this week, my Fridays are going to be off. I'm going to cut off Friday. We're going to go and pick up the kids from school.
I really need that notary, babe. I need the notary.
Put it into writing, and that's what
even when I see it.
So moving on, we have Nonku and her daughter having a conversation. They actually go to a spa or a salon, and we're just having a conversation about her music career, how she's faring in school. Basically, I think she's faring well in school, but the mother said she was actually proud of her, that her teachers reported that she's doing so well. So she now asked, what's up with your music? How's your music going? Because I think the daughter wants to go into music, but the daughter is now complaining that, oh, she doesn't know how that will actually turn out again, because most time when she sings or when her classmate tells her to sing, they expect to hear that Beyonce voice. So sometimes it's very discouraging when she sings and they're like, but this is not how Beyonce sounds. You get, she's just upcoming. Why are they being so uptight with her? I do not understand. Yes, I understand sometimes we humans, we actually put expectations on people, which is not always right. People grow. Beyonce was not like this when she started. She actually grew into who she is. So I think we should always give room for people to grow in life. Then Nonku went ahead to ask her what's up with her boyfriend. How is boyfriend growing? Is there a man, a boy in her life? And she's like, Mom, no, please don't bring up that conversation here. There is no boy. I'm going to an all-girls school and there's no boy in my DMs because my page is actually locked. It was fun to see. I love that daughter-mother bond. I love to see it at all times. Then we now see Jojo and Annie having a conversation. Apparently Jojo invited Annie over to her house to have a conversation. When Jojo actually had an event, she and Annie actually had a one-on-one conversation. Basically Annie telling her all she has been through as a child, how people were always bullying her when she was still a child. I think that was in episode 1 or 2 thereabouts, how people always bullied her and how things have just been generally with her. So today Jojo is now inviting Annie to her house to actually share her own childhood memories of how she has been isolated, or she was isolated as a child. I love the fact that Jojo did not use the opportunity that Annie was telling her about her own situations, to actually tell Annie about her as well, because we are fond of doing this thing. When I'm sharing my own problem with you, you now feel that that is the same time that you too should share your own problem with me. Girl, no, I brought up this whole conversation, so allow me to talk. Maybe some other time you should bring up your own. I think that is the way it should be. It shouldn't be because I brought up a situation, you now decide at that time. So Jojo is now telling Annie that, well, she always felt isolated as a child, and she feels that that thing is actually coming now. Like that isolation thing is actually, she actually sees it coming based on the fact that she had a confrontation with Slee during whose event was that? It was during Sorisha's salon lunch. So she had that confrontation with Slee, saying, oh, why would Slee be talking to her husband about being single, about going to get a tattoo and all of that, that she really wants the group to unite. She doesn't want to be isolated, and she just wants to be friends with all of them and be happy with everybody. So when she hangs out, she's very free and all of that. So the rain started. She now had to go inside. She and Annie had to go inside, and then she now talks about how she spoke with her doctor. Bear in mind that Annie is having, I think she said, it's a partial stroke on one side of her face. So when that thing starts, one of her eyes tend to shut down, and then people actually mock her for that. So Annie had to speak to Joe and say, okay, is there anything your doctors can do? Because Jojo is one person that has been has been under the knives for so much, so she feels Jojo would have the doctors to do all of that. So Jojo now says, yeah, that she actually spoke to her doctor, and actually said that yes, she's also speaking to her own doctor about her husband. That is, Jojo is speaking to her doctor about her husband because she feels that her husband needs a facelift. And she also spoke to her doctor about Annie, and the doctor says no problem, that she will have to see Annie in person before she can say, okay, well, this is what we should do to your face, and this is not what we should do to your face. So that conversation was really sweet to see or to watch. So we now see mom Queen, that is Nonku's mom, inviting Nonku for like chit chats. Basically, Mom Queen is actually releasing a book, and from what Nonku is saying, it's very inspirational. It's a very inspirational book, and she really loved it. So basically, the essence of this meeting was for Mom Queen to actually ask Nonku what she really wants from this RD guy. Bear in mind that RD came to the house last episode because Mom Queen actually asked the RD, what do you really want from my daughter? And he is saying that he wants marriage, and she knows her daughter is not really ready for marriage based on the fact of, based on her previous relationship. So she has to call Nonko, like, okay, now this guy is here, what do you really want? Because I've seen you, I've seen the way you treat the kids, I've seen the way, it's just a women thing. Sometimes, most times, or sometimes a woman actually needs a man that would help her out. We may be driving the car, taking the kids to the school and all of that, that you cannot really do it alone. But at the same time, you should just pray to God and ask God for direction. And I just love that advice. Like, just do you and pray to God about it. Then we now have the event for today, which is sponsored and delivered by no other than Maria.
Event, and the theme is Greek goddess. So I cannot wait to see how these goddesses dress up.
So Maria is actually organizing, or is hosting the ladies today. So the 7 ladies, the 7 housewives are supposed to be around, and the theme of this event is Greek goddess. So all the women came slaying. Okay, when I say 7, 1 person did not come, but 1 extra person now came, and the 1 person that did not come is Mbali. So yeah, Maria was not happy about it. Like, I invited you for something, you did not come, you did not show up, you did not send an apology. Then, and that was what she was saying during her confession. So now she invited the housewives for her party, Greek goddess. All the housewives actually pulled it, like they kept to the theme of the event. Like, their outfits were gorgeous. I've said it before, their fashion sense is top notch, if you ask me. So they all came, and then Maria was like, well, the essence of her hosting this event is more like to praise herself and all of that, but she feels it will be incomplete. So she wants all the women on the table to actually appreciate themselves, all the struggles they've been through, all they've passed through, their businesses, their achievements, all of that.
I wanted to celebrate me, and it would be completely selfish for me to honor myself and acknowledge myself without acknowledging everything that you have achieved and every struggle that you have overcome over the past year or your life.
And Anna says, okay, that she thinks that all the ladies should actually say one or two things about any other person on the table, and then this is where the drama starts. You've seen drama in all the other housewives. No, the drama is actually in Durban. So now the housewives, we now start with Jojo now starts with Slee, and I say, well, she's sorry about what she did to Slee. Remember in Sorisha's event how she spoke to Slee and all of that, and then she now asked for a hug, and what's her name again? Slee was like, no problem, hugged Jojo and all of that. Then the next thing, we now see Annie from nowhere asking, please, Jojo, I want to ask you a question. This apology you tendered, are you tendering this apology because you want to tender it, or because you just, how did she even put that? I'm going to put a clip of how she said it. Like, do you really want to, are you really apologizing, or you're just doing it because people actually told you to do it? And then she's like, I don't understand. Why are you bringing this up? Like, is it that you don't want us to move on? Like, it doesn't even make any sort of sense if you ask me. But that conversation just went on and on and on, and then the next thing we now see is Nonko trying to bring up her own conversation. You know, Slee is having problem with basically everybody. Slee is just having problem with, she has had problem with Nonko, she has had problem with Jojo. I think she's kind of even having problems with Annie at this point in time. And then next thing is that we now see Nonko saying, well, I really want to understand what went wrong or what went on during Annie's event, because what exactly has my boyfriend got to do with this event? Why did people call his name and all of that? And then Slee was like, see, when I went to Annie's event, she now said, okay, what did I really say? And then Annie now goes ahead to say, well, she said that as far as you're happy, I'm happy, and which kind of contradicts what's her name, Jojo once said, that she said that Slee was not so happy about the whole relationship thing. So that whole conversation was going on, and then Slee was trying to tell the housewife that she doesn't have a problem with anybody. Anything you want to think about her, that is your problem, it's not her problem. And while she was having that conversation, guess who walks in? People are not ready.
Got your reservations about me. Obviously it's going to take time, you'll have to get to know me, but I will not agree to something that I know that I wouldn't have said. So I'm just, I think I'm done.
In disbelief.
The queen of trouble, the queen of drama, the queen of amnesia, the queen of everything drama just comes in. And you know other person than Sani or Mani, I don't even know which was Sani, I think it's Sani, now comes in. Apparently Marie actually invited Sani to this whole event, and then Sani greets everybody, and everybody's like, oh no, Sani, did I even see Sani is the one that has caused the most drama on this particular franchise of Durban. Like, Sani now goes, sits down, and then the whole conversation starts again. We now have Annie saying, I don't understand, do you know me before? Why would you say certain things to me? You don't even know me. I think 2 episodes ago or last episode, Sani actually said Annie slept her way to the top. And I don't know. So Annie was not having any of that. Annie is like, sleeping with my husband, is that a way of sleeping my way to the top? Like, what exactly are you trying to say? So Annie really got pissed at that, saying you do not know me, you do not know anything about me. And then, as I said before, Sani is always having amnesia. She said something today and she denies it tomorrow. In short, she even says something now, and then when you ask her the next second, she's like, excuse me, I did not say any of that. Like, she's always saying things and denying it. And I'm like, what exactly is wrong with you? Is it that your mouth, you're having diarrhea of the mouth, that you just talk and then after talking you cannot remember any of it again? Like, it doesn't even make any sort of sense. If you ask me, Annie had to just stand up and walk away, and then the next person that followed her is Sorisha. Sorisha and Annie actually came for the event together. So Sorisha and I told them, well, I have to go because I came with her. You don't expect her to go home buy food or to use an Uber. So that was how Sorisha excused herself and went with Annie. Maria was not having it as well. Like, she feels like it is rude for her to invite people to an event and then they walk away from her. Bear in mind, before now, Maria actually gave all the housewives perfumes and Dior perfumes, and it was really, all of them really appreciated it. Now they walk away, and then the next person that follows them is Jojo. Jojo now goes after them, telling them, oh, they should calm down and all of that. And that is, well, she's actually inviting them for a travel, and she wants them to just go for a vacation. And next thing is, Annie is like, well, I will go for this vacation or this holiday provided that Sane will not be there. I said, okay, no problem. They now came in, Jojo now came in, Sorisha and Annie left. Jojo now came in, and then the housewives just kept talking. Mane had to apologize. Mane and Sane had to apologize to the ladies on how she has behaved. Basically, she's even apologizing because she wants to be in the midst of this thing. She wants to just be in their group. That is why she's apologizing. She's not apologizing because she knows she's at fault, so no, because she wants to be in that group.
All of that. Maria.
So that was how they now went, and they now she kept apologizing, and then even Nonku also apologized. And when Nonku apologized, Jojo was shocked, like, excuse me, after all she said and did, you're really apologizing. After that, Jojo now had to tell the ladies that, oh, there'll be a vacation, that she's inviting all the ladies for the vacation, including Sani. And bear in mind, just now I just said it, Annie said hope Sani will not be there for the vacation. Well, it is a lie. Jojo invited Sani for the vacation. So I wonder what it's going to be next week, because I see drama raised to the power of infinity. And to seal it up and to see their friendship, their peace and all of that. So I think it's something in their culture that when you break plates, it means that you're stealing friendship, it means that you're stealing peace and all of that. So they were not breaking plates. He said, and they broke the plate to negativity, to taking away, stealing peace from the group. They broke plates, danced, and then that was it. That was just the end of it. But from what they showed next thing that will happen next week, I know there's drama. There's no episode that there's no drama with these women. But what do you expect when you put 7 women, if not more, in a group? It's going to be filled with drama, isn't it? So let me know in the comment section what you think of Housewives of Durban. Like, this is drama raised to power. Who do you think is doing the most right now? Or let me just know who do you think is doing the most. Maybe next time I'll ask another person. But who do you think is doing the most? Let me know in the comment section. I'll see you in my next video, and bye.